The cost of electricity is increasing day by day, and it is getting very expensive to afford electricity at these current prices. So, what alternative do we have? The first thing that comes to the mind is solar. But it sounds very easy. Actually, it is not easy. Solar is a very complex thing. And if you have no knowledge of it, you can end up wasting a lot of money. So the purpose of making this video is to educate you so that you can buy the right product for yourself and the right size. So stay tuned to find more. I am Heather and you are watching Heathernomics. I make videos on technology. If you want to support me, subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon and like my videos. I'm gonna show you so many things in this video and it's gonna be long so that you should save your money and protect yourself from the scammers. So we can start from my own solar system, which is a very big system. I don't have a small one. I have a fairly large 10 kV system and it is divided between a hybrid one and an on-grid system. This is my 10 kV system and it consists of two different blocks. The first block consists of 12 plates and it is connected with the on-grid system. And this is my second block. 3 of the plates are over here and remaining 4 plates are on that rooftop. And that is connected with the hybrid system. So let's go at the back side of my plates and I will show you the specification of each panel. As you can see, it's from Longi and the maximum output production is 535 watt and the remaining specifications are below. You can look at it. Longi is a very good brand. It's a tier 1, you can say an A grade brand that produces the maximum output as promised on their specifications. As you have seen in the specification, each plate is capable of producing 535 watt. And as you know, there are more kind of variety in the market which can produce up to 700, 900 watt. And those plates are very beneficial to you if you are lacking much space on your rooftop and you have a very confined space, then you can buy those plates that can produce a lot of energy at a very small space. But as you can see, I have a lot of space on my rooftop, so I don't need them. When it comes to DC wiring, always remember to use proper C clamps, just like these. You cannot make a traditional AC joint with a DC wiring that will result in a loss of electricity. As you can see, I have installed several C clamps on my system, and due to that, I once received a 100% production of my system. A C clamp, it is called in my country. I don't know what it's called in your country, but a C clamp will protect your system from any kind of electrical leakage. And you don't want to have a DC leakage in your system because that would result in a loss of electricity that you want to generate for yourself. Right, so this is the final C clamp. This wire is coming from rest of my system, and this wire, red color wire, is going into my inverter, and it is joined by a proper C clamp, as you can see. So it gives me assurance that there won't be any kind of electrical leakage and I will get my 100% production. So basically there are 3 types of systems. One is on-grid, the other one is hybrid, and the last one is the off-grid. If we talk about the on-grid system, it will only gonna benefit you if you live in an area where there's no power cuts. If there are no power cuts, you only want to reduce your electricity bill, then that's the right choice for yourself. Because remember, an on-grid system will never give you any kind of backup. Even though you have sun on your rooftop and there's a power cut, it is not going to give you any kind of electricity. An on-grid system works by exporting energy that is not required by your household to the grid so that it is counted as an export unit. And an on-grid system doesn't have any kind of batteries, so it will shut down when it's evening. So remember, only buy an on-grid system if you just want to reduce your electricity bill and you have no intention of getting a power backup in case of power cut because you don't have any. This is an on-grid inverter by Growbot. It can support up to 10 kV of solar plates, but I have installed only 6.4. And over there, I have installed SPDs because they're gonna protect your system against any kind of surges. These are AC SPDs, and above that, I have installed DC SPDs along with DC. Always take precautions against fire hazards. And this is my custom-made cooling system, 12 volt DC. This is the Wi-Fi adapter which reports all the data to the GrowWatch server. So you can view it on your phone. And you can see I have installed proper C-clamps, so there will be no leakage. So the inverter sends all the power to the main circuit board where it gets distributed to the bidirectional electric meter. And there's also a wiring that is going to the hybrid inverter that is installed at a different place. Whenever you install these kind of devices, always take proper fire precautions. This is CO2 fire extinguisher. It is very useful against electric fires. So this is my on-grid system, the first half. A hybrid system is very beneficial to you when you have frequent or often you face some kind of power cuts in your system from your grid. So you want to have a backup. In that case, a hybrid system will give you a backup when there's a power cut during the daytime and during the night time. If you have a power cut, it's gonna harvest the energy from the batteries and gonna give you each and everything that you should not worry about, your lights going off, your fans going off. So it makes a combination of energy from your batteries and from your solar if it's a daytime, and only batteries if it's a nighttime. And during the rest of the day, when there's a normal supply of electricity from your grid, it's gonna export all the energy it can get from your solar panels. As you can see, this is my hybrid system. I have taken proper fire protection measures, and this is my distribution box, and these are my tubular batteries, which are also called flooded batteries, each with the capacity of 2500 mAh. I'm using 25 mm of DC wire to connect batteries with each other. This is more than sufficient. I have also installed a breaker board where I have three kind of breakers. One of them is DC breaker and the other one is the AC breaker. And the middle one is a changeover switch in case of power failure or the system goes down. I can override my system. These are the live readings I'm getting from my solar system. As you can see, it's evening, so I'm getting around 280 watts from my panel. You can get specification written on the side of the inverter. I will mention the price of the inverter in this video. The ball will auto explode in case of fire. It's an auto fire off system. Now I will show you my wiring. Neither it is weak nor it is of low quality. It's more than enough for the inverter to perform well. These batteries came with a warranty of 2 years, but someone told me that you can keep them up for even 4 years, up to 4 years. In order to get that much life out of them, you have to regularly maintain these batteries. Always check those levels. They should be between the red line and the black one. If any one of this cell dries up, it can damage the whole battery. So pay extra attention to them. So it's time to discharge my battery. I do this practice every week to increase the life of my battery. As I have switched it off, you can say I'm only getting power from my solar and from my battery, not from the grid. And of course, the color of my inverter has changed. And I have to clean this filter like every month or so. There's a lot of dust in my area. And the last one is the off-grid system. As it sounds, it's something that is not connected with your grid. It's a totally independent solar system. With batteries, it can power you up during the night time, and in the morning it can give a combination of energy from your solar panels and from your batteries in case if you need more than what you have installed on your rooftop. Here's a list of some of the mistakes that people do when they install their solar system, and those mistakes can be very dangerous. Number 1, placement of the lightning arrestor. People sometime, and 90% of the time in my country, people place the lightning arrestor right next to the solar system, which puts the whole system in a very bad place. It can result in a very destructive situations that you don't want for yourself. So what's the best thing you can do? You can place the lighting arrestor at a quite significant distance from your solar system, so that in case of any lightning right from the sky doesn't destroy your whole solar system. So place it as far as you can and at a height which is higher than the rest of your solar system, so that your solar system is 100%, like if not 100%, at least 99% secured from the lightning. This is my lighting arrestor. As you can see, it's quite away from my solar system. And this is my solar system. And you can see I have installed this copper wire with the lighting arrestor, which is not enough. I should use copper strip, but I haven't used it because one of the reason is I have this giant structure right next to my house, and it will get all the lighting. That's what I think. One more thing that you should pay close attention to is the cement pads. Cement pads should be made on top of the nut bolts that are drilled into the ground, because they're gonna provide an extra grip to your whole structure. In case of hurricanes and strong winds, you don't have anything to worry about. These are my cement pads I have made properly with these wooden blocks in a square shape. I have a lot of them, as you can see in the video. The placement of solar system in a wrong direction is a very grave mistake that people sometimes do, and because of that they lose a lot of potential energy that they can harvest every year. Remember, whenever you install your solar system, you cannot install it on the basis of the direction of a particular month, because every month the direction of the sun is gonna change, and in that case there are different kind of softwares on the internet that you can Google them, download them, learn how to use them on YouTube, and using those softwares you can draw the map of your rooftop or wherever you are placing your solar system. And after that they provide you with a functionality. By using that, you can rotate the sun all year round according to your location, so that you can get a proper idea on which direction you are going to install your solar panels for a maximum output all year round. It is very important to use pure copper, or if you don't have the pure one, use the best one that you can have in your country. The copper wiring in a DC circuit is a very important thing to pay close attention to, because you can give some kind of margin when you are doing an AC circuit, because the voltage is very high, but in DC the voltages are low and you are not going to take any kind of risk losing your potential energy that you're going to harvest from the sun. Always be sure to install a proper lighting arrestor at your home, and you can watch several videos on YouTube on how to build a proper lighting arrestor with a proper earth wiring. It is very important, because if you don't have a proper one, that may not catch the lightning on it. There should be separate earthing for the lighting arrestor and for your panels, and always keep both lighting rods inside the ground away from each other at approximately 10 meters, or you can say 15 feet away from each other. They should not be together, or they should not be the one. Always use stainless steel, and if you can't get them, paint them. Always paint your nut bolts, because they usually get rusted, as I did. Make sure each end is painted properly. Nut bolts can get rusted very easily and very quickly, so pay extra attention to them. See, every nut bolt is properly painted. So now let me show you something. Let's get to our bidirectional meter. I have installed an expensive, a very good breaker on top of it. Let me show you. It's Schneider, a very good one. It has a capacity to bear a lot of load. So let's get to my bidirectional meter. This is my, you cannot use an ordinary meter with an on-grid or hybrid system. You have to get a separate bidirectional meter. Otherwise, it may gonna explode. If you can get 16 mm wiring, that would be the best option for yourself. 12 mm will be enough. It depends on your region. Now let me show you how much production I had with a 6.4 kV system. I had I made approximately 1110 units in 1 year with a 6.4 kV system. We have we mostly have sunny days. We rarely have rainy days, and we have four different seasons. So it's winters, summers, autumn, and spring. I don't know about your country, but this is the I think this is a very handsome kind of production that you can get your solar system, and obviously it depends on the place where you live. And if I talk about the other half, which is 4 kV, I have to wait few more months because I recently upgraded my system, so I need to be sure that how much units I'm gonna produce in 1 year. So in my upcoming videos, I'm gonna show you that. Do you know that if you install, for example, a 10 kV system at your home, you are never gonna get a full 10 kV production because those panels are designed to produce that much energy in very ideal conditions. Like you have the maximum time of sun on your head, and you have a very good temperature, so the silicons produce the maximum efficiency, and in those conditions it gonna give you a full 10 kV production. I was able to achieve that once with a 6.4 kV block, but it was just once for a very short period of time. So remember, if it's a 10 kV system, the max you can get is 7, 7.5, maybe sometimes 8. But keep in mind, it will range from 6 to 7, 7.5. Yeah. If you are thinking that installing solar panels in a hot location where there's sun every time, all year round, for example, deserts, it's not gonna work because, as you know, solar panels are made of silicon. Silicon has a nature of losing its efficiency when a temperature goes beyond a certain limit. So it's so what you are thinking, if you have sun all over your head maximum time all year the round, it's not gonna work. You can produce a much higher percentage than other areas of your country, but don't think that it's gonna work because temperature is very important. Sometimes people place water sprinkles on top of their panels so that they can cool them off. I don't know if it works or not, but this is a thing. I had no idea about it until I have installed one. So if you like my videos, do subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon, like my video, and for more content, stay tuned. Bye bye.